Hi there, Irina here and welcome to another Xanda video. Today let us talk about Xanda's integration with Medicare and DVA Australia. And this integration helps you to streamline the entire claiming and payment process for your practice. Instead of manually submitting and tracking claims via your Proda account, this integration allows you to manage everything directly within your Xanda account. We provide this integration to simplify your administrative tasks, speed up your payments, and provide a clear digital record of every claim. So in this video, let's talk about the Medicare and DVA payment status report. It's a critical part of this integration. It is the final piece of the puzzle that closes the loop on each bulk bill and DVA claim, giving you a detailed breakdown of its journey from submission to payment. This report is not just a summary, it's a powerful tool that helps you understand payment outcomes, identify and resolve any issues, and ensure your billing is accurate and efficient. Think of a payment status report as a detailed receipt from Medicare and DVA. It fetches Medicare feedback to you to explain exactly what happened, if the bulk bill or DVA claim was paid, how much was paid, or if there was a problem that needs your attention. Knowing how to read these reports is essential for making sure your practice gets paid correctly and on time. So in this video, I will walk you through how to request, access, and interpret these reports for Medicare bulk bill and DVA claims, so you can easily understand what Medicare is telling you. Let us now talk about how to request the payment processing report from Medicare. And we are now here on the Tools Medicare dashboard. Before we proceed requesting the report, let me show you one optional but very important setting. So if we scroll down to the bottom of this settings page, we can see here the bulk bill and DVA claims section. And what we highly recommend you is to set up this automatic payment allocation functionality for your Medicare integration. What this means is when you submit the claims and request the payment report from Medicare, and your Xanda account receives information back from Medicare about those claims, this will allow the system to automatically allocate payments to invoices once the claims are returned as paid in your payments report. So this refers to bulk bill and DVA claims, and this is how you can enable them. You just click, you will see the hyperlink here. They are activated for my account now. For your account, they can be disabled. But anyway, you'll see the word disabled, which is hyperlinked. Click on that link, and you will see the settings page here. And all you need to do is to turn on this switch and select the payment method from your Xanda account which you want to be used automatically to allocate that payment. So I have created my new payment method called bulk bill for my bulk bill claims and called DVA for my DVA claims. You can set up those custom payment methods however they work best for your process, and then save those changes. Wonderful. So let's go back to our Medicare dashboard. We have enabled the automatic allocation of bulk bill and DVA payments, so we don't need to worry about those anymore. And we can start looking at how to request the payment status report from Medicare. So for that, we will use these filters available at the top, and you can narrow down the list of claims you want to request the payment report for based on the claim provider, location, the claim date, or the time frame between when the claims have been submitted. As it takes up to 48 hours for Medicare to process the claims and to pay out bulk bill and DVA payments that have been for the successful claims, I highly recommend you that you wait for 2 days before you submit the payment processing report for your claims. So for example, you've been submitting the claims the whole week, and then you can go and check and request this report the next Monday. So that weekend, for example, will give you that 48 hours buffer, and you will be able to retrieve the payment reports, receive them from Medicare. Use the claim status and claim type filters to narrow down the list of claims, and then let's use the approved only and click search, and the system will generate the list of claims for you that correspond to those filters you set up. Now that we have the list of claims generated for us, we will be able to submit the request for the payment status report. If you've done this before for these claims, you will see that this button will be grayed out, so you won't be duplicate the request for the payment status report for the same claim. But let's say we've sent that, Medicare received our request, and it will take a little bit of time to process and send the information back to us. Once Medicare service response has been received for these claims, the information about them will populate here in these last two columns on Medicare dashboard, the paid and the run number. So what we are interested in is the information that has been populated into these two columns. Let's have a look. So if it says not available, it means the report isn't available yet, so it's too early for Medicare to have processed this report, or it could be too late because this report is only available for 6 months after the claim has been submitted. If it's has the status not run, it means there has been some problem with this claim, so you might want to take a look into this, and I will show you a little bit later how this can be done. And then if you see the amount here in the paid column, this is how much has been paid for this claim by Medicare. And these 4 digits in the last column, like 0520 here, this is the run number. So this is the code that Medicare allocates to the payment it has paid for the claim. If you check your bank feed, you will see that the payment that has come through from Medicare will have the same 4 digits as an identifier for this payment, for this claim, so you can easily match your records. So this is the run number that Medicare sends back with the payment reports. Another helpful button here for us is the View Payment Status Report. So when we click it, we will see the breakdown and the list of the claims that have been paid in this payment report that you have requested. So let me show you what it looks like. So when we click it, this is what we will see. So we will see that this is a bulk bill and DVA payment report. It will show us the claims that have been sent from a specific time frame. So again, you can use these date filters to narrow down and find the claims that have been paid within that time frame. And this is what you can see here with a bit of information about each claim. Let us have a look quickly at all the fields that are available here for you that already provide you some information. So the claim sent, this is the date when you have submitted the claim. The patient is obviously the client who received the services under this claim. This is the invoice number. This is your Zenda invoice number that is linked to this claim. This is the claim ID that have been generated by integration, and it will be the same ID in your Zenda account and in Medicare, that you can use this as an identifier. For example, if you call Medicare about a claim to find out something. The servicing provider number, this is your practitioner who provided this service. This is the practitioner's provider number. The charge amount, this is the amount owing on the invoice that you submitted as a claim to Medicare. The paid amount, this is the amount that Medicare paid you under this claim. The run number information, again, if you see the 4-digit code, sorry, this is the payment run number you can see in your bank feed, and this is what Medicare assigns to the payment. And the date paid, this shows it if the claim was paid and when, and the payment assigned if you enabled the automatic payment allocation and the payment has been assigned to your Xenda invoice. Through that feature, you will see this box checked. So now let us have a look at some of these claims and see what information we can get from those reports that come back to us from Medicare about why this claim has been paid or not paid and so on. So let us have a look first at this claim here at the top to find out why it was not paid. To do that, you just click the claim ID. I recommend that you use the right click option to open this link in the new tab so that you still have easy access to your payment report, but then you can check each claim in a separate window. So let's do that. Okay, so we opened this processing report first for this claim. We can see that although Medicare service response says the task has been completed successfully, it means that the claim has been received, the response has been received. Now let us have a look at what actually happened and why the payment wasn't made. So to do that, again, let's click the processing report button to open it in the new tab. And here you will see here in the yellow header the information that Medicare sends you, telling you what has happened to this claim, if there has been any issues with that. And so, for example, it says that patient Medicare number has changed. Please update the patient's data. This is the current Medicare number. And now further, you can see the claim processing summary with all the information about this claim, the processing information, and also what is of high interest for us is the bottom information here in the service processing information. The service benefit amount is 0, and this is the explanation code. So this is the code that Medicare sends back to you to explain what happened to this claim, and the meaning of this code or the explanation text is that the quoted Medicare card number is incorrect. So what you need to do, you need to go to this client profile, update the Medicare card information, and resubmit this claim to get paid. So back here on our batch payment report, let's have a look at one of the successful claims and see what those reports might look like. Let's open this one, for example. And what we see here, again, the same claim summary, and we can check the processing report for its information. And there you go, we can see the claim benefit paid, the explanation code here in the processing information. We can see that some items have been claimed with the explanation of this payment, but there have been other items on the same invoice, on the same claim, that haven't been paid, and again the explanation is provided. So really this is the audit of your claim. It explains everything that has happened to it, and if anything needs your special attention. What happens if we check this payment report? Let's take a look. This payment report is sort of your bank statement. It shows you all the information about this claim payment, gives you the payment summary here at the top, but it also lists all the other claims and the benefit paid within the same run number. So on the same date, these many claims have been processed by Medicare based on your provider details, and all these benefits have been paid into your bank account. So the payment report again is your sort of bank statement, and you can use it to check with your actual bank statement to match all that information and reconcile. To finish today's tutorial, let me show you how you can quickly check the claim for just one particular invoice without going to Medicare dashboard. What you need to do is actually to find that invoice in your Xenda account. You can do this through the appointment panel if you see the appointment on your calendar, or you can just use the quick search feature here, and for example, if you know the invoice number or invoice client or the invoice date, use that information to look up that invoice. And you need to open the invoice edit page. Here, let's click Medicare and DVA button at the top, and you will see if a claim has ever been submitted for this invoice. The information will be here. And if you need to learn more information to see or request those reports from Medicare, you just need to click the claim ID to open that page. If the report has been previously sent, again manually from this single invoice page or from the Medicare dashboard, you will see the Medicare service response here. And if you want to get a bit more information about that report, please click this button, see if there's any information of interest for you, if the claim has been paid, if there's any explanation for this code. If for any reason the report is not available, you can use the repeat request processing report button. It will be available for each claim so that you have the option to request that report again. That's all for today. I hope you found this video useful and that you will enjoy using your Xenda and Medicare integration even more. I will see you another time.